Hey, what's up, guys? Today's video, pretty simple concept. I'm going to be testing out Anora in Gear Aid 1 just to see how good she is there. I finally got her artifact yesterday after going through as much as I could of the Eternal Spire. Man, this anniversary content is hard. Is it not? Is it just me? I still haven't beaten the beta chapter, the Valderon chapter. I was planning on making videos of all this stuff, and just like if I can't beat it, I can't make a I can't make a video on it. It's pretty hard. Yeah. Anyways, for today, again, like I said, got her artifact yesterday for Anora, so I'm excited to finally test her out in Gear Aid 1. And I thought it would be fun to test her alongside Dahlia in Gear Aid 1. Dahlia, by the way, in Gear Aid 1 is actually really, really good. She's incredible there. So I'm interested to see how Anora stacks up. So, a couple of things to mention before I get in. Anora, the interesting thing about her kit is she cannot get any buffs. She can't get any debuffs, but she can't get any buffs, which means Invigoration doesn't work, Dolores buff doesn't work, and then none of the Rage regen buffs work. So like the Laurel cycling of ults doesn't work, Eloin Rage regen doesn't work. So you might be thinking to yourself, that doesn't sound like a very fair comparison. Well, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to run it multiple times in different ways. I'm going to run Dalia and Anora both by themselves to see what they do without any support. I'm going to run them together with normal healers that don't provide them any sort of like rage regen or attack boosting. And then thirdly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run Anora and Dalia together with a support team, all right? And I think it's obvious Dalia is going to outperform Anora there, but I'd like to show the difference because my take on that is Anora's kit is built in a way where she can't receive that support. So it is fair to test her when other characters are supported because there's no scenario yet that I can think of where there's a reason why I wouldn't want to support characters if I can. And I shouldn't have to like go out of my way and sacrifice to try to squeeze a niche hero in that just doesn't work when there's better options, right? So that's the goal of this video. I want to test and I want to be honest about my thoughts for Anora and also show you guys what the damage differences look like. If you do end up enjoying this video, please click the like button. As I always say, helps bring more people to the channel, helps bring more people to my videos. And if you enjoy hanging out with me, please feel free to subscribe. I appreciate it. I've gotten a lot of support on the recent videos I've made and some new subscribers. So thank you to everyone that's new to the channel. I appreciate it. So as you can see, I have Power of Dominance off just because, you know, that's cheating when I'm doing a testing video. So Abizu, Anora, Vortex, and let's just throw another healer in there to be safe. All right, and Ezrein. All right, we just want to make sure that they stay healed. So really, we're just gonna place Anora and Vortex and Ezrein to keep her alive. And as for the gear, I'm just running like a really strong Soulbound Arcana set. There's a lot of attack. So yeah, I'm building her with over 20k attack. So I'm expecting her to do pretty well here. So we'll see. I also have her exclusive artifact to level 10. One thing I do want to mention, I did not get Immerate. Saving my Ancients for the Praetus banner, which is hopefully in the next week or so. I definitely want Praetus more than I want anyone else. And so yeah, did not go for that banner. But yeah, let's see what she does. All right. So let's place Anora down. I'm not expecting to clear Gear Aid 121 without Power of Dominance with just Anora. Maybe she'll surprise me, but I don't expect it. So, but let's see what kind of damage she does. All right, I'm gonna speed this up. Place Ezrein down. It's not really any need for me to necessarily slow it down or anything. I'm just gonna speed it up and run through it because we're not gonna beat this, but I do want to see what kind of damage she does. Alright. And here's the thing, man. It takes forever for her to get her ult back because, like, compared to other people, because you can't use Hollow or anything like that, and it's kind of brutal. So I feel like it's unfair to compare her to other people with support, but like I mentioned at the beginning, like, that's part of her kit. Like, I'm not gonna just pretend that that doesn't impact my opinion of how good she is. Like, I have to handicap other players to make it fair. If that's the case, then, you know, that needs to be mentioned, that Anora might not be the best option. So, but I'm curious what you guys think about that. Let's see. Yeah, we're not really killing anything, so. So that was horrible. So she got 7 down. Let's see what the damage was. 39 million. That's not what I don't know. Kind of expected it to be a bit better, to be honest. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and swap this gear, put it on Dahlia, same gear, just to show you on Dalia. I also have her exclusive artifact at level 10. I don't have her skilled up. I just have her skilled up to the point where it requires crystals. Same with Anora. So, of course, that makes a massive impact, but it should still give us an idea since neither of them are really skilled up. Alright, Dalia. Vortex. Ezrin. Alright, now let's see what you can do, Dalia. Go ahead and pop her ult here. She hasn't killed anything either yet. So Dalia has killed nothing so far. So it's not going so hot. Surely we kill one thing, right? We do not, we don't get a single kill. So, alright, let's see what Dahlia's damage was. We had 39 million on Anora, with just Anora. 43 million on Dalia. Interesting. Okay, so Dalia won the first stage, but again, it wasn't that wasn't very good because we didn't really get far into it. But here's what we're gonna do now to make things a little bit more interesting. I'm actually gonna put Anora and Dalia in together. Okay, they're gonna have slightly different gear because obviously I can't run the same gear set on two of the same people at the same time. So I'll run this other Soulbound Arcana set. So I'm running this set on Dalia from earlier, this set on Anora, and since I'm switching the sets, you know, that could play an impact. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this twice, and I'm going to switch their sets to see if there's any difference. And if there's not, I'll mention it, and I won't put it in the video. But if there is a large difference, I'll make sure that I include that to explain. And then again, just going to surround both of them with some healing support, but put Hollow in. But I'll put Hollow on Anora's side since she can't buff Anora, so we'll make a difference. And then I'll put in a Medan just for extra heals. Okay, so we'll have 2 healers on each side, and then Dahlia and Anora on either side. Again, I'll put Hollow on Anora's side so that she can't buff Dahlia, so we'll get an even comparison. All right, let's see. Dalia. And as soon as I get Anora, I'll place Anora, so they're out for the same amount of time. Anora, and now I'll start placing healers down. I'm gonna wait for all these guys to get in here before I start popping ults. Pop ults. Alright, and now what I'm gonna do, Hollow. Okay, we're killing people now, finally. Ezrin. Alright. We're getting kills, so it's already an improvement having two. Who thought having more than one unit would get us farther in the fight? And they actually got their ultimates back at a similar time. So that's... let's see. Okay. Now, I don't think we're going to beat this, right? I'll say that. No anti-heal, no support, just 2 heroes. Don't think we're going to... it would be a miracle if we actually beat this. But we're getting ults like kind of around the same time, so that's actually working out really nicely to see what kind of, you know, damage we actually get from these heroes. Alright, so we're looking at the end at this point. We got about the same number of ults off. Let's see how they compared on damage. Bro, there's no shot. Are you kidding me? I did not expect that, but that's actually pretty damn cool. Wow, neck and neck. Okay, that's pretty cool. I honestly did not expect them to be neck and neck. I thought someone would edge it out, but yeah, I'm gonna run it back and I'm gonna switch their gear to see if that made an impact. But I don't know if it will based on this. All right, when I swapped the gear, Anora actually did more damage, and Dahlia did about 5 million less damage. Okay, so, you know, maybe with no support, you could argue that Anora is slightly better damage-wise when there's no support. But they're pretty close, right? Like, as far as their damage output, they seem to be pretty close if you don't have the Emirate Bond and before they're skilled up. But, yeah, I want to show the difference between what happens when we actually are able to clear a run with support and what kind of damage output you're seeing over the course of a fight when you can actually buff a hero with inspiration, rage regen, Laurel, all that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm going to do for the third. Just to preface this, Dahlia is going to do more damage, but that's the point. I want to show what the difference makes because that is a knock on Anora's kit, right? It's a very fair knock on her kit, and it makes a massive difference. All right, guys, so here is the OP team we're going to run with for the Gear Raid 121 Dalia versus Anora face-off. I have a lot of support here, which is typically what you'd want to run in a Gear Raid 1 comp. You'd want someone like Hollow, you'd want maybe Laurel to help cycle more ults, you'd want some anti-heal in there, Eloin for additional rage regen. And you know what? I completely forgot. I'm going to put Dolores in here, right? Because that's a huge difference. And you need, like, everyone's going to be running Dolores in their Gear Raid 1 comps, and so I think it's fair to include Dolores in there as well, because everyone uses her for their Gear Raid 1 comps. Alright, let's get started and see what happens. So, first, I'm going to place Dalia, place Anora next, Anora next, they're pretty in sync with their ults. So I'm gonna go ahead and place Dolores next. I'm gonna pop both of their ults just to get some ults going since they're both on both have Soulbound Arcana. I'm gonna place Artemis for the anti-heal. Although we're not, we're not doing anything with that yet. Just to go ahead and get him some rage generated. Next, I'm gonna put Elowin down to heal Anora, and then I'll be putting Hollow down next to help heal Dahlia, and also for additional rage regen. Alright, almost have Hollow. Okay, awesome. Looking good. Once these guys come in, or now that Forsaken Totem's going down, I'm going to use Dalia, I'm going to use Artemis for the anti-heal and Dolores, and then I'm also going to place Laurel to help them regenerate rage. I should have actually popped Hollow, but it should be fine. I'll place Vortex down as well to give some extra heals there, and then I'm going to place Hollow again to, or pop her ult, I should say, to help regenerate more rage. Now we have our rage back again. Forsaken Totem's about to go, so I'm going to start doing the anti-heal. Pop Dahlia and Dolores. Okay, we're actually clearing stuff out this time. Pop Hollow again in a second. Almost have Laurel back. So we're gonna save Dolores' ult for Dalia, and you can see, look at the difference here, right? Like, we were on sync for ults before, but now, like, we're gonna be able to get way more ults off with Dalia, and that's just not something that you can do for Anora, unfortunately. All right. We got Laurel again. More rage regen. And we're cooking. I mean, we're doing really well right now. All right. Pop all the ults. Pop Hollow again. It's the hard part. Let's see if we can actually make it through here. Speed it up. See what we can do. Don't know if we'll beat this or not, but hopefully we can. I think we actually will get it. Yeah, we're gonna get this for sure this time. Alright, now I just gotta finish the boss off. And we'll see what the damage is looking like. Alright, got it. So, I mean, that's pretty good, though, with support and 2 DPS and an anti-heal. Not bad. I mean, Artemis, to be fair, does very good damage himself. But, yeah. Let's see what we're looking like on the damage. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. So Dahlia does double the damage that Anora does in this situation. And you can see what changed, right? Like Anora literally did more damage than Dahlia by a decent amount with this same gear that we're running right now. Like Anora's gear is better, and yet it's half damage, right? And of course, it's a completely unfair comparison because Dalia has invigoration boost. She's got Dolores boosting her attack during ults. She's got Laurel to cycle more ults. She's got Hollow for rage regen. She's got Elowen for rage regen. She's got tons of support. But again, the overall point of this video is that Anora is tough to fit, I think, in most comps. Like, you can just throw her in for an extra DPS, but she's not able to be like your top DPS for Gear Raid 1 because she can't accept any of these buffs. It's probably obvious, but I did want to show the comparison because it is quite significant. Now, I'm probably going to run one more run and swap their gear one more time just to see what the difference is. But yeah, again, Dalia is going to smoke Anora in this type of competition because Anora gets no buffs. Yeah, and just to show you guys, I swapped their gear because Anora was in the better gear in the last run where she had close to 50 million and Dalia had 100 million. This time, with Dalia and Anora's gear, it was even more of a difference. So yeah, the the conclusion is Anora and Dalia are pretty close in damage at a baseline, right? You could argue that Anora might be slightly better even in damage. But that's if you handicap your team and don't provide them with any support. But if you have to handicap to make it an even playing field, then I would say that's a pretty strong negative for a character. So this video isn't me bashing Anora or saying she's bad. I actually really like Anora. She's fun to use. She's super cool looking. I love the summoner that she puts out there. I'm really hoping they introduce content where her kit, the uniqueness of her kit shines. But from a Gear Raid 1 perspective, she's a solid DPS. But because she can't take any support, she can't take Dolores, she can't have rage regen, all of your other top DPS options are just going to perform so much better with support. Anyways, guys, I do hope you enjoyed the video. Again, if you liked it, please click the like button, subscribe if you enjoy hanging out with me. I have so many ideas for videos I want to make, but this is a part-time hobby on the side for me. I work full-time, and so I'm doing what I can. Bear with me. I still want to make some videos on Guild Boss 2 Simra. I want to make videos showcasing Lucius, which I do have some interesting things to say about Lucius after testing him quite a bit. So I'm hoping to make a video on that pretty soon here. If you saw Fasty's video from yesterday, you may already know what I'm talking about, but there's some problems with Lucius. He's either bugged or they intended the fight to work like this, and if they did intend the fight to work like this and what's wrong with Lucius is correct and they don't fix it, then it makes Lucius's viability and how hype it was leading up to him, it kind of kills it a little bit because he doesn't perform near as well right now in Guild Boss 2 as I think all of us thought he would. So stay tuned for that video. But yeah, until that comes out and until next time, see you guys.